Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm just coming on to share a flip through of the Tim Holtz Botanical file folder journal that we've been making on video together. It's ready, so here is the flip through. So it's made with an A4 sized file folder in brown craft colour. So of course the front has some Tim Holtz paper. I went with the yellow flowers for this one. And then I've just got one of my specimen labels in the book plate, because the idea for this one is it's kind of like, you know, your folder or your documents about a particular plant, flower, animal, you know, whatever the specimen number is to you. So that's what that looks like. And we've got Tim Holtz paper on the back. I just went with this plain, I say plain, it's not plain, it's lovely, but it's, you know, less decorative. We've got the elastic in there, that's for the insert, that's removable, we'll have a look at that in a minute. And we've got the crochet along the spine. And then we've got this blush ribbon, which is just tied around, and then it's actually captured underneath the crochet. Okay, so let's have a peep inside. Get the ribbon out of the way. So that's how we look in the middle. So this is the removable insert that we added. So here we've got an envelope like flip out to give you an extra page, and I've just got this pocket on the front there made with some Tim Holtz scraps, and inside there I've got a couple of bits of Tim Holtz ephemera for writing on. Same with here, the whole thing is a pocket, so another piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. Those are from his Field Notes ephemera pack. And then I've just made this with some of the Tim Holtz, you know, those small rectangles you get in the paper pad. Basically it's a little booklet that opens up for a writing space, and of course you can write here as well if you want to. I've just got a few little, you know, little bits of ephemera clipped in. Another bit of Tim Holtz ephemera on the back and another writing spot. Really, really simple little piece of ephemera, but I think that's quite cute and effective. Here I've got a paper clip, an altered paper clip I made with some Tim Holtz pieces and scraps. That's just sort of tucked in there. It's really just for decoration on the page, but you could use it as a paper clip if you want. This whole envelope is a pocket, and this is the journal card I've got inside. So this comes from Nanine at Collage Type, one of her journal pages. And I've printed it onto linen paper, so it's got a really nice texture. And then I've just backed it onto some craft card and sewn all around. And then in the middle there, it said cookbook. So I just replaced that with a little label and a flower and just a little something there to make it seem like this is your card about whatever you saw in the US in 1935, you know, related to the specimen that you're making notes about. Okay, so that's it completely opened. So we've got two triangle pockets on this side. So it's a bottom tuck and an up tuck. And in there I've just got a journal card. This comes from one of the kits that I used in various things. I want to say this is Romantica Arts, her watercolour leaves kit. I will link some of the kits down below that I did use, and of course the paper pads from Tim Holtz, but that's just that one. And then I also have this little tag in there that I made from some of my scraps. So it's just, yeah, a few scraps and just a fern leaf and just space to write. So that just slips in there quite nicely. I remember when I originally made this, I was going to make a big card to come in here, but I ended up actually using these as separate pockets, which I think was the right way to go. Okay, in this middle section we've got a gusseted pocket, and I've just attached this little, it's another paper clip actually. So I made this with some circle punch outs, and you can slip it off. You know, you could have some secret notes on the back, you could use it as a paper clip, or you can just keep it on there for a bit of decoration. That's what I've done there. So as I say, it's a gusseted pocket to fit some nice stuff in. So I've got this journal card that I made. This is the end page of a vintage book, and then I've just done some collaging on it. And I think this one's backed onto cereal box. It's a nice buff brown colour. And of course this is your documented notes about the particular specimen. And then I've also got a little scrappy pad. These are just some scraps of tea-dyed paper, quite a few actually. I made this one quite bulky, hence the gusseted pocket. And then on the back I just used some of my scraps from the Tim Holtz paper to make a little pocket. And in there I've just got a few more pieces of Tim Holtz ephemera that can be used for writing, or they can be used in embellishments, whatever you like. So that just slips in there. And then I've just got this notes label at the top. This comes from one of my digitals, because this whole piece here is, you know, it's lined paper with specks of like tea dye on it. So you could write some secret notes there that you then hide behind the pieces in the pocket, maybe, if you would like. Okay, so this is the removable insert. So I've just got a specimen label on the front, nice butterflies paper. This is not Tim Holtz, it's just some random card making paper that I had in my stash. And this is how we open up. So it's removable, it's just in there with the elastics, which I've tied on a leaf and butterfly charm to the bottom of the elastics, so they hang down at, you know, when the journal is closed. But if you don't like that, you could just cut them off. They're not essential to it, they're just decoration. Okay, so as I say, this whole thing can be taken in and out if you want. If not, then it lays completely flat like so. So in here we've got one of these pocket fold out pieces. So let's just open this up. Oh, I've knotted it. There we go, that was my fumbly fingers. I managed to knot the thread. So I've just got a little bit of a decoration there. And I believe this was from Tina's Mass Makes. I think that's when I made it. So in here we've just got an up tuck here with a little bit of a decoration on there with a butterfly and a little specimen label. I've got a Tim Holtz card just for space to write. A little bit of a decoration there. And I think I've actually forgotten to put something in this back pocket. There's a pocket here, so I will put something in there before sending this out. I remembered this morning and thought, oh no, but I'd already, you know, already 10 minutes into the video. But I will put something in there. Okay, and then this whole piece is stuck down as a like a side tuck. And so we've got a card in there, just from the Tim Holtz scraps. And then I've just stapled together some bits and bobs, again to make it seem like this is somebody's notes about a particular thing. So, you know, we've got the ticket for them when they went, you know, they went to, in this case, London to investigate some specimens. So they went to the theatre at the same time, so just a little memento. You know, we've got some bits and bobs here from one of the kits, and then just some pages to write about what they've seen. So that's that. Here we have a little flip out that I made from a small envelope. So we've got a little bit of a specimen in the window of a mushroom. That's a Tim Holtz mushroom, and a field label. But this flips out for a couple of little pockets. So we've got a Tim Holtz ephemera and a vintage tea card. And we've got a couple of bits of, well, another ticket and another bit of Tim Holtz ephemera. And then the whole thing was made out of the, I think it was the little rectangles I used, Tim Holtz rectangles, and then some of them I used as pockets. Here we just have this little removable scrappy pad. So what I've done there is I've just done some tea ring stenciling, and then I just popped this sticker on with this little Tim Holtz label because I wanted it to look like the leaf was kind of stuck on the page, just to give that a bit of decoration so it wasn't so plain. And then of course the whole thing is just on this belly band, so it can be slipped out if you need, you know, if you want to write in it and what or replace the pad. And I've just put a date label there. And then I think I put something on the back. Let me just have a little look. Oh yes, I did. I put another date label there because you can write on here and you can write there as well. Plenty of space for writing, despite it only being a small folio. Okay, so that's the insert. As I say, that is the removable component. And then the back page, we've got some of the Tim Holtz rectangles folded up to make this little pocket. And in there I've got one of the, I want to say I made these in Roxy's weekly challenge, so it was a collage masterboard, and then I've just stamped and stenciled and added some labels to it. I think that looks really cool. Plenty of space for writing there as well if you want to. And then the whole thing is stuck down to make this little side tuck. And in there we've just got some bits and bobs from various kits, which I thought would go with the whole, this is somebody's document wallet folder about their specimens, and so this is just their little like letters and things where they've been telling people about the specimen. That's kind of the feel for this one. Here we've got a matchbook notelet thing that I made from, I think I made this in a Shop Your Trash, and it just folds open, and then the inside is plain just for a bit of a writing spot, just for a bit of interest. Of course, I love the mushrooms. And then in the back here we have this little pouch, which is where the journal notebook lives. So this is just a couple of bits of my Tim Holtz paper glued together, and then all the papers are stitched in. So I've used some kit page, I've used some faux tea dyed paper, and then I used some of this brown packing paper. This is the same stuff that I used inside the insert. It's nice crinkly, it's got a nice sound to it and everything, so I thought that would be interesting to use. So yeah, just a really simple stitched together 3-hole pamphlet stitch notebook. So that is the folio. This one is already spoken for. Obviously I am well aware of the fact that I need to fill a pocket. There's always something that you end up missing, so I need to go in and do that. But yeah, this one is spoken for already. But I do have some Tim Holtz ephemera that I'm going to be listing in my Etsy shop, so I'll just quickly show you. It is a massive 25-piece bundle, and when I say 25 pieces, it's actually got more than that because I've filled up a lot of pockets and stuff as well. But essentially minimum 25 pieces, and there's a whole array of things here, so much so that I'm not going to show you all of it on video. But you know, we've got things that I've made at various points over the years. So you know, this is like a side tuck / belly band. This is my mixed media attempt. You know, we've got some of the tags that I made in the Roxy's Weekly Challenge, some altered paper clips from my scraps, pockets that I've made with the Tim Holtz paper, another altered paper clip, embellishments that I thought would go with the theme, little notebooks, little like fold out writing spots, there's like a page edge thing there, a little notebook here which actually has some charms hanging off, loads of stuff. There's so much here. Basically I just wanted to completely use up the paper pad, so it's the Wallflower, I think it's called Wallflower by Tim Holtz. So I wanted to use up as much of it as I could, and of course I've been making things with the Tim Holtz papers for about 2 years now, so yeah. This is, you know, everything that comes in just one bundle. So whilst the Tim Holtz folio is spoken for, this bundle will go up in my Etsy within the next few days, so have a look out for it if you're interested. And yeah, I hope this will give somebody a good starting point to making their own Tim Holtz folio or journal. So I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this beauty. I'm really glad to have done it. This has been on my list to do for a while, so I'm glad to finally have actually sat down to make it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this going off to its new home, and thank you all so much for, you know, if you watched along. There was a 3-part series of me making it. If you watched along with that, then thank you so much. I hope you found it helpful. And of course, if you're watching this flip through, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it, and I hope you've gotten some inspiration out of today. So that's all from me. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye-bye for now.